Hello everyone. So in today's video, we will learn about writing our first Java program. So first of all, go to, I'll will use IDE, but before that, I want you to see how do we write code. If you write it with a pen, then it's better for you in starting so that you'll get a good hands-on on everything. So if we start writing our first program, you have seen in every language, we write our first program that is hello world program, right? So for example, we create a hello.java class. Okay, this will be our source code. So what we will write here is, first of all, public access modifier, and everything in Java is written in a class. So we'll write a class. Then our file name is same as our class name, that is hello. And always class name, try to start it with a capital letter. Okay. Then what we'll do, a most important line, public static void main string and string arguments. This is basically for command line. We'll see them in future videos. And here you have to write system dot out dot print. Okay. And in print you will write hello or hello world, whatever you want to write, right? And then you'll end it with a semicolon. You'll close the curly braces for main function, and this is for your class. So this is your first Java program, nothing else. So what does this public mean and this public mean? These are access modifiers. We have three type of access modifiers in Java: public, private, and protected. We will see them in future videos, but for now you should be aware of that this is a access modifier. The class is a keyword which we use to start our class or define our class, and hello is the class name, and the class name will always be same as what we have as the file name. Okay, then we have a public static void main. This is the main function. This is the only function that we were talking in previous videos, that JVM will get to know that JVM has to start executing with this method. Okay, and inside that we have just written a print statement, system.out.println, so that it will print hello world on the terminal or console, whatever you want to say. Okay, so let's proceed with executing this program in our IDE. So I hope you can see my Visual Studio Code. Inside Visual Studio Code, you'll see this icon. Here you can create a class hello.java, right? So ignore these. These are just because of some extensions I have in my IDE. So first of all, we'll declare public class. Whatever class name I have is hello. Then we'll start curly braces. Then public static void main, and then we'll pass string, then arguments, then we'll start another curly braces and we'll write system dot out dot println or print, and then we'll pass a string hello world. See, our class name is same as what we have, the file name hello. And whenever I'll start, ignore these error, these are just because of some extensions I have in my VS Code. So whenever you'll run this code, currently you can see on this left side we have just hello.java, and this is our source code. What will happen? I'll first tell you what will happen when we execute our hello.java. Whenever you'll try to run hello.java, so it will first convert this it will first convert this hello.java source file into hello.class file. Hello.class file we have already seen. This is the bytecode, and this is the code that our JVM will run. Okay, and JVM, how it will know what part it has to run? It will check for main method. Okay, inside main method, whatever you have written, it will execute that. So observe very carefully in VS Code. Now, whenever I'll click on the run option, um, can you see my VS Code? I think it's not visible. Wait a second. Yeah. So in my VS Code, you can see whenever I'll click on this run code or Control Alt and key I'll press, observe on the left hand side, you will see that a hello.class file will get generated. Can you see a hello.class file got generated? See, and the hello world, whatever we have written is printed on the console, right? So this was all about our first program. So let's proceed with the PPT and see what else is there in the PPT. For writing the first program, you have seen that first of all, what is Java program? You should be aware of that. So a Java program is a set of instructions which are written in Java language, which tells computer what to do. We have told computer that you have to print hello world. Like in previous program, we told computer that you should write hello world. Okay, or you can ask computer to add two numbers to calculate salary, or whatever task you want to execute, you can ask this. Okay, later our first program we have seen hello world program because it helps beginners to understand basic structure. So in every language we prefer to write hello world program first. So this is the first program. So you must be knowing the file name will be first program dot java because the class name is first program. Same is this hello world program which we have seen in the IDE, and the output would be hello world which we have seen. So now line by line explanation. Public class first program, I have already told you public is a access modifier. Access modifier public means this class can be accessed from anywhere or everywhere. You can access this class from wherever you want. Okay. And what does this complete line means? This means this will create a class named first program. And class is a keyword which we use to create a class because Java is an object-oriented programming language and everything starts from a class. I am just going through the PPT so that you can understand it at a later point of time. Otherwise, I have covered everything in the explanation I have already told. And this first program is the class name. And I already told you first letter should be capital. This is the best practice that is being followed in a Java, and file name should be same as the class name, like first program.java. Later you also know that this will get converted into dot class file, that is our bytecode, right? And what does this public static void means? This is the most important line, and this is the main method entry point of the Java program that JVM starts executing from here. Without main method, program will not get executed. You can't compile your program or run your program. Okay. Then we have seen Java can call it from anywhere. Public static, no need to create object. Public static void main, right? We have seen this line. So public, we know that we can call it from anywhere. Static means you need not to create the object of it. You can directly call the method using the class name dot. We'll see the detail of static keyword in future videos because this is very important from interview perspective, and you mark it as important because it will come in future videos also, and this is mostly asked in Java interviews. And void means this is the return type. It means this method returns nothing. If it would have been string, it that means the method will return some string. We'll see other return types in future videos also. Then main, this is the special method that is recognized by JVM. JVM search for this method only and that then start executing. String arguments is for command line arguments. For beginners, just remember this syntax. Later it will become important, and then I'll share in my videos what all you need to learn about this. And this is just a print statement, and system.out.println. System is a predefined class in Java. Out is a predefined object which represents the output screen or console. And println and print, there are two things. Okay, println, if you use println, this will print the output and move your cursor to the next line. But if you will use print, then it will not move the cursor to next line. I'll show you this practically. If you can see my Visual Studio Code, here we have used print. So output is not on next line. But if you write another line, system.out.println, for example, let's say print here only, it will print it together. First, let's see the output of this. Then we'll see what is the output if we use println. Okay. So if you run this program, you will observe that hello world and welcome to Java programming came in one line only. But what if we want hello world should be in one line and welcome to Java programming should be in next line? So what you can do is you can use println so that hello world will get executed and later the cursor will get moved to next line. And same is with welcome to Java programming, and then you can write system dot, this is my first Java program. Now all these three will be in separate lines. See, one after the another. You can see here is the space which we have added only. We can eliminate this space also. Okay. Every time you run your Java program, it first gets compiled by Java C compiler or Java compiler, whatever you want to say, and then it executes. Okay. So this difference you can also see in this. Cursor stays on same line if you use print, and cursor moves to next line if you use println. So this was difference between print and println, and you have observed while writing our program we have used this curly braces. This is used to define the start and end of a class, method, loops, conditions, and whatever you will code write here inside it will be considered as part of a block or a class or a method or a loop. Semicolon indicates the end of every statement. If you skip writing the semicolon, your program will not get executed. And the file saving rules is if a class is public, and the file name should be same as the uh, class name. Otherwise, compiler will throw error. So this we have seen that if we are writing hello dot Java, then the class name is hello. If we are writing first program dot Java, then file name is file program first program dot Java. And how Java execution works, this we are already aware of that. First of all, we have this hello dot Java class, right? Then we have a compiler, Java C compiler, that converts our file into source file into bytecode, that is dot class. Then it goes to JVM, and JVM search for main method. Okay, and this main method gets executed and gives us the output. So common errors what a beginner can make here is they can forget the file name. They can keep file name something else, and they can like class name something else, and that will lead to a um, incorrect like it will not work. Your program will not work. If you forget semicolon, your program will throw compilation errors. If you use wrong main method, if you don't specify this static and this arguments, then this will not execute, your program will not run. So one final revision is Java program starts from a class. Okay, execution starts from main method. System dot out dot println is to print output. Java C compiles your code. Java runs your code. Dot Java is your source code. Dot class is your bytecode. JVM runs bytecode only, not the source code, and semicolon is mandatory for showing the end of the statements. File name should be same as the class name if your class is public. First, Java program is used to understand the basic structure, compilation, and execution of the Java. And the last thing is wrong spelling. You can't use small s for system. You have to use S capital for system. And because Java is a case sensitive language, you should use whatever is there in Java. You should not use anything from your end. So this was all about this video. I hope you like this video. If you have any doubts, you can comment down below. I'll try to resolve them. I'll definitely help you. Thanks.